caught between love and control. My mother-in-law's story. In a small village, there lived a kind woman named Habiba. She had recently married a man named Kofi, and they were pleased together. But there was one problem. Kofi's mother, Mama Isi, who loved Kofi very much, started causing trouble in their marriage. Mama Isi had always been close to her son. She raised him on her own and was proud of him. But when Kofi married Habiba, Mama Isi felt she was losing her son. She became worried that Habiba would take her place in Kofi's life, and because of that, she started interfering in their home. At first, Mama Isi would visit Habiba and Kofi's house to help. She showed Habiba how to cook Kofi's favorite meals and helped with little things around the house. Habiba appreciated it and tried to be polite, even though Mama Isi sometimes acted like she knew best. One day, Mama Isi came over while Habiba was cooking. She looked at the pot and shook her head. "You're using too much oil," she said, taking the spoon from Habiba's hand. "Kofi doesn't like oily food." Habiba smiled, not wanting to argue. "Thank you, Mama. I'll fix it." But Mama Isi's behavior didn't stop. Soon, she was criticizing Habiba for how she cleaned the house, took care of Kofi, and even spoke to him. Kofi didn't say much because he loved his mother and didn't want to upset her. Habiba felt hurt and alone. One night, she told Kofi how she felt. "Your mother is making things hard for me. I try to be respectful, but I don't know how long I can take this." Kofi sighed. "She's just trying to help," he said. "Give her time. I'll talk to her." But time didn't make things better. Instead, Mama Isi became more demanding. She would visit when Habiba wasn't home and change things in the house. When Habiba asked why, Mama Isi said, "I'm just trying to improve things. You still have a lot to learn." The people in the village started to notice the tension between Habiba and Mama Isi. They whispered to each other, gossiping about how Mama Isi was causing problems for her daughter-in-law. Then came the village's big harvest festival. Habiba spent hours making a special dish to share with everyone. She was proud of her work, but when she brought the dish to the table, Mama Isi looked at it and frowned. "This is what you made," Mama Isi said loudly. "Kofi doesn't eat food like this. You should have asked me first." Habiba's face turned red with embarrassment. Everyone at the festival heard Mama Isi's words and went quiet. Habiba felt tears sting her eyes, but she didn't cry. Instead, she walked away, trying to hold her head high. That night, Habiba couldn't sleep. She thought about everything that had happened and knew something had to change. The following day, she went to see the village elder Yakubu, who was known for his wisdom. Yakubu, Habiba said, "I don't know what to do. Mama Isi is making me feel like I don't belong in my own home." Yakubu nodded. "Habiba, you must speak your truth," he said. "But do it with respect. Mama Isi may act like a thorn, but even thorns have a purpose. Talk to her, but be kind." Habiba thought about this. She knew Yakubu was right. She needed to speak up, but she also needed to be respectful. Later that day, Habiba asked Mama Isi to sit with her. They sat in silence for a few moments before Habiba spoke. Mama Habiba began, "I love and respect you and know you love Kofi. But some of the things you've been doing have hurt me. I feel like I'm losing my place in this family." Mama Isi looked at her, surprised. Habiba had always been quiet and respectful, but now she spoke from her heart. "I've tried to be the best wife to Kofi that I can be," Habiba continued. "But I also need to feel like this is my home too." For a moment, Mama Isi didn't say anything. Then, her face softened. "I never meant to hurt you, Habiba," she said quietly. I'm afraid. I've only had Kofi and didn't want to lose him." Habiba reached out and took Mama Isi's hand. "You won't lose him, Mama. We're a family." but we need to respect each other and work together." Mama Iyasi wiped away a tear and nodded. She realized that she had let her fear of losing Kofi turn her into a thorn, hurting the people she loved. From that day on, things changed for the better. Mama Iyasi stopped interfering in Habiba and Kofi's lives, and Habiba felt more at peace. Kofi also learned to balance his love and respect for his wife and mother. The people in the village, who had once gossiped about their troubles, now talked about how Habiba and Mama Iyasi had worked things out. Ultimately, the thorn that had caused so much pain became a symbol of growth and healing. Even a thorn can protect a beautiful flower as long as it is handled with care. Moral of the story. The story teaches that family conflicts, especially with in-laws, can be solved with respect, communication, and understanding. It also emphasizes the importance of talking about feelings openly and finding balance in relationships.